had so much fun going through my palettes to be able to do this tag. It was created by Samantha March and Ellie Gaines. Is that how you say her name? I hope Gaines. Oh, Ellie Gaines, I think. I'm sorry, I don't watch either of them. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't really watch big YouTubers, so that's why. It's nothing against them personally. But I actually saw it for the first time on Haley Claire's channel, which I will link all of them down below because obviously I'm going to link the originators and then who I saw it on first. And all the questions / prompts so that if you would like to do this, you can. So we will just go ahead and get right into this because you probably don't want to listen to me forever. And yeah, okay. All right, so first is show your newest palette. Well, actually, I got all 3 of these are my latest, and I got them all right at the same time. So it is the Chocolates by Juvia's, the Berries, and the Nudes, which have all been in recent videos of mine. I've done looks, so you can always check. I have a playlist for my Juvia's palette looks, so if you'd like to check those out. Then the oldest palette would be this BH Studio Pro Ultimate Artistry palette. My husband got me this right when I was really starting to get into makeup a few years ago. Like, I've always loved makeup and worn it, but I didn't really realize what all there was out there. So that is my oldest palette, and I do love it. And then my most expensive palette. There was actually a tie for these because actually one of these was gifted to me and one I won in a giveaway. The first one, this is one I won in a giveaway. It's the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. I won this from my friend Clara Barrera, and these are the shades. It is absolutely gorgeous. And these are both $65. And then this palette I was gifted for my sweet friend Leanne Soreo for Christmas this year, and it is the Huda Beauty woo, Rose Gold palette remastered. And so these are the shades in here. Absolutely beautiful. So those are my 2 most expensive palettes. Oh, I just dug the corner of this into my shadow. Ugh, I hate when stuff like that happens. All right, I need to strategically place things so nothing topples over. All right, and then my most affordable palette, there's actually a tie for those 2. These are right around $10. It is the Maybelline Lemonade Craze and Soda Pop palettes. I love both of these. These are major go-tos in the summer for me because they're just like easy to me. I don't know. And they're beautiful on tan skin like this one. I love. And then this one, I do use this one actually a lot in the fall and everything too, but that's the Soda Pop. But those are my most affordable at about $10. And then my everyday palette would be my Persona Identity palette. If you've been around my channel for a while, you've heard me talk about this several times. I don't really do videos with it, but this is definitely like an everyday palette that I think is awesome, that I think anyone would appreciate in their collection, especially if you're just starting out. I think it's an amazing palette. Your most colorful palette. This was actually gifted to me by my cousin, Debbie Knobloch, and it is the Profusion Spectrum palette. And I mean, come on, how fun are these colors? So that is my most colorful palette. I love it, love it, love it. And in summer, I like to go all out with those colors. All right, your smallest palette, that would be my Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions. At least I didn't say, however, I said it weird the first time. And it looks like this. Another great palette. I have traveled with this several times. It's gotten a lot of use because that gold right there, I don't know what it is about it, but it's good. And then my biggest palette, well, the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro palette is technically my biggest one, but I didn't want to show the same palette for it. So my next biggest one would be my BH Cosmetics. Funny that they're both from the same brand, Zodiac palette. And this actually also was gifted to me by my cousin Debbie. And it looks like this. And it's absolutely gorgeous. The purples in this are like my favorite purples in my whole entire collection. I love them. Okay, next up is palette with the best memory. This was, I had just kind of started my channel and I saw this palette had come out and it was gorgeous, and I don't have like a budget for these types of expensive palettes, and I believe it was around, I want to say it was around $55 or 50, somewhere in the 50s range. And Joanna from Super Lady, she saw that I wanted this palette and she sent this to me. She had bought it for herself and she sent it to me, and I was so overwhelmed. I bawled my eyes out. I could not believe someone would want to do that for me. So it is the Kat Von D 10th Anniversary palette, and it looks like this. It is such a fun palette. It is so pretty. This green right here, right there, I love, 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 love. And I just actually putting that green with like these shades right here, so good. That palette, I mean, this will forever be a favorite because she sent it to me, and I had never had someone send me something like that before. I mean, it was just, I was so overwhelmed by it. She didn't know me, you know. I mean, I had been like on her channel commenting and stuff for quite some time and things like that, but just the fact that like I had just kind of started my channel, and it was just, I don't know, it was just so overwhelming and amazing to me. So that will always have a special place for me. And then the Show Up palette worth the hype. I would say a palette that I have that was totally worth the hype is the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie Francation palette. Well, for one, the packaging, like hello with this packaging, right? Get out of there, you. And then these shades, these glitters are amazing. You definitely have to use glitter glue, but like that green one, I love so much. I love greens, in case you didn't know. It's greens, oranges, yellows. Those are like my favorites, but this palette, I think, is totally worth the hype. It is so good. It is so gorgeous. I've never done a look that I wasn't like, ooh, I like this when I was done with it. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, a palette that I do not think was at all worth the hype is the ABH, Anastasia Beverly Hills, Riviera palette, which looks like this. Seems super exciting. It was the first palette that I spent a significant amount of money on because I believe it was $42 or $45. This one might have been $45. I like saved up and was so excited to be able to buy this palette, and I do not like it. I never reach for it. Every time I do like a look with it, I'm just like, eh. Like it just doesn't, yeah, I don't think it's that great. And I've heard a lot of other people say it too, so I guess it's not just me, but yeah, no thanks. Your favorite palette from a favorite brand. Juvia's is my favorite brand, in case you don't know. And I love this Nubian 3 Corals palette. The tones in this are incredible. Being an orange lover and coral being kind of in that family, I love this. I love like the silvery grays. I just like this shade. I love so much, as you can probably tell. And I mean, I don't know. There's just something about this palette that I love. It's unlike anything else in my collection, and I just think it's absolutely beautiful. So that is definitely my favorite palette from my favorite brand. And then my most used palette would probably be the ColourPop Give It To Me Straight palette. This palette, it's such an easy grab, and I know anytime I use it, I'm going to like the look that I do with it. So it's just one of those ones that it's like, I like for getting ready for work or whatever, where I'm like, okay, I got to do a look real quick, but I don't want to like put that much thought into a look. It's such an easy grab, and the colors are always super pretty. They're subtle, but you can kind of build it up. I especially like if you want to make it darker, like with this reddish, or not reddish, like mauve tone. And it's not mauve either. What am I trying to say? Burgundy. Whoo! And then like with this brown and stuff, you can make it more vampy and darker, or you can just do like the more light colors and make it much more just neutral with, you know, just even one of the shimmers. As you can see up front is a well-loved shimmer in this palette for me. It's just, it's so good all over the lid. And you can do that with just like this one kind of all over, you know, and deepen your crease just a tiny bit with this. It's perfect. So definitely probably most used for sure palette. So that was my kind of little run through of my palettes. I had so much fun going through and like reading the things and going, okay, which one is this for me? Which one is this, you know? And it's kind of funny how you don't realize you even categorize your own palettes, but you don't necessarily think about it. And so that was really fun to do. So I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing what in my collection corresponded with the prompts or whatever for this tag. And I just tag I'm leaving that open. I'm not like actually tagging people. But if you do this, I'm seeing a ton of people are doing it. And actually, by the time you're seeing it, I'll be real late to the game because have other videos that are coming out before it. But I am really enjoying seeing all the ones that I'm seeing. I love seeing what's in people's collections and seeing how they categorize their things, if we have any of the same, that kind of good stuff. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.